Happiness that the surrounding brings, freshness, sweetness, happiness that the surrounding brings. Take care of your nature before it takes care of you. Ooh, take care of the nature before it.
While the process of making such posts might look tiresome to most of you, to them, it's an easy process that takes 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. And there you have it, they have a post. Well, this is the process of making plastic post. But remember, we got so much to know about how they came up with the idea, what they do, how do they collect this plastic. Mugo Mosharia will be talking to me in the next segment. So sit back and let's dive into it. So let's start. It's any plastic to you that is raw material. So question one is where do you get such materials? Is there collection points or something? And then explain the kind of materials, because I've also seen some toothbrush. So someone will be like, what's a toothbrush has to do with a pole?
So we take any kind of plastic. Where we get our plastic, we have three main sources. We pick from our environment around us, right? Our Kikuyu area. But a lot of the plastic we get is from the dam sites in Nairobi. Yeah, so your Dandora, your Ruai, the dam sites. So we have a collection team on ground. Actually, it's made up of 90% women, if you will believe it, that does the collection, and then we take that plastic from them. The third source we get is from your plastic companies, Premier Plastics to be specific. Their waste plastic, we also get to buy this from them and use it in our processes. And it's any type of plastic, right? That's why you mentioned a toothbrush. You'll see some bottles, you'll see slippers, you'll see any kind of plastic. We are able to use it because we shred it into very fine kind of particles, and then this can be able to pass through the machine.
All right. So I have a question, because you know where we are heading, and this might sound a little controversial, but I really want you to expound on it. So where we're heading to a zero plastic environment. Are you scared at some point, because Uhuru, the president, really banned some PET bottles? Are you scared that one day you might run out of raw materials?
No, that would be the goal, right? If we run out of raw material, then we achieved our goal, and that will make us very happy. But if you look at even just the manufacturing ecosystem, getting rid of plastic is quite hard. From everything from your makeup bottles to things in the kitchen so they banned single-use plastic. Those are your very thin, right? But most of the other plastic will still recycle. Single-use plastic is not, in the larger scheme of things, is not that big waste in terms of the whole ecosystem of plastic waste. Single use will not affect us that much, and we actually allowed the move by the government, because that's in line with what we are trying to do, getting rid of all the plastic in our environment.
All right. So let's talk about competition, because I know that every business has a competition, a competitor somewhere else. So how do you handle that? Plus, what makes you unique to a point someone is like, I'm going to take this plastics post compared to a wooden one or a metal one?
That's competition in two ways, right? So we have people already in the business, that's plastic. But then we have your substitutes, that's wooden poles, that's metal poles, concrete bars, and all this. If you look at wood, and the government banned wood in the beginning, right? So product is a natural substitute for wood. You can even work on it with nails. The same way utagongelea msumari kwa hii ndio utagongelea msumari kwa hii, right? And it does not rot. Plastic won't rot. It won't be affected by water. It's irresistible to termites, right? So in terms of wood, I don't think it's a no-brainer, right? If you pick an option between saving the environment and destroying it, I'm sure a lot of people will go for the one that saves the environment. In terms of metal, for example, metal is prone to rusting. Metal is prone to guys coming and picking it for scrap metal, right? They will just cut down your whole installation, or if it's a fence, for example. They won't do that with plastic. And it's much cheaper than concrete and metal, but within the same price range as wood. We try to be very competitive in that space, where we offer at the same price as wood, but my product will last for 40 plus years. Wood will maybe do 15, 10 years.
So, because I definitely know there are people out there who are like not environmentalist, someone.
Yeah.
So, do you believe? What would you say to people who do not believe that environment is God? God has, God is there to take care of us.
I don't know. That's the naysayers. I really don't know what to say to them, because we see it every day. Like, for example, our seasons, the rains that passed, they did not rain as heavily and as long as they should have. And that's because of climate change. We are combating climate change directly by saving our trees, right? So it's all around us if you want to look at it, if you're interested. But if you don't care at all, then my product will still last for 40 years as compared to substitutes. So you better come to me. It gives you better value for money in terms of your lifetime. Yeah.
That's a point right there. But now let's get back to this post. How long does it take to make one?
What?
Yeah. How much do you sell them for?
Go through the machine.
Not right now, but after. But now what we want to know is how much do you sell your post for?
So in a day, with per shift, I make about 50 posts, right? And I have two main post sizes at the moment. We are looking to expand this. I have 3-inch posts and 4-inch posts. That's the diameter, right? The 3-inch post is 75 shillings a foot. So because you decide the height you want. So that's 75 shillings a foot. The 4-inch pole is 115 shillings a foot. In a shift, I can do about 50 poles for the 3-inch and maybe 35, 40 poles for the 4-inch.
Okay. So how long does it take to make one?
About 8 minutes.
Do you mix with anything?
No, it's just pure plastic. You take the plastic in the shredded form, you pass it through the machine, it's heated, makes kind of a dough consistency kind of material, right? I hope we'll be able to see that. But it makes, it becomes molten. So it all glues together. Then because the machine has a screw that pushes it into the mold in high pressure, then that forms the pole. This is,
I must admit, this is awesome. This is a solution. But can people use this poles to fence their piece of land?
So right now we just have the 3-inch, 4-inch poles, as I mentioned, round and square. We want to expand this to more construction materials, right? We can make paving blocks, we can make roofing tiles, we can make interlocking building blocks, which use actually less mortar. We can make flooring tiles. We can do lumber, like your 6-1, like the same way you buy wood. You can come buy plastic pieces for your construction project, and that's what we are looking at. The goal is to make affordable housing a reality using waste plastic. Yeah, where I can just give you your whole house that's made out of plastic. It's interlocking and it's modular, right? So if, for example, in your stage of life, you just need a bedsitter, then we'll build a bedsitter. Then you get a significant other, then we just attach more segments to it. And that's the goal. I know it's lofty and a bit out there, but that's what we really intend to do.
Really huge. That's really, really huge, and it's good.
Keeps us awake.
Yeah. So your final words, your final comments.
I honestly believe that recycling is a duty for us all. I would really urge everyone out there, yourself, your kids, start with recycling in your own home, right? Start by sorting out the plastic and the organic matter and the metal and everything else, and you'll find that they are of more use to you. You can use the organic matter to make compost, you can use in your garden and all these kind of things. It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you find that it serves us a bit more than you put in. And that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found. Because at the rate we are going, it's dire in terms of the world we live in future generations.
Much Mugo. Those are very wise words, and I appreciate you having us. I hope our viewers back at home can learn something. Please come support Noma Plastic Limited. Plus, you've learned something about how this plastic 40 years before they
disintegrate, or you see any signs of it disintegrating, or what is it called? Wear and tear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of understand that it's a lifetime. 40 years is such a long time as compared, of course, as compared to others. So this is a good solution to metals and wooden. So I hope each and everyone back at home can learn something from this. Otherwise, thank you so much for having us. It's been a pleasure. You guys doing a good job, an awesome job in making environment a place. Yeah. All right. Thank you. There you have it. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. You can follow them on their social media platforms or the search post, because what you do makes a difference. My name is Anne Mashari. Until next time, stay tuned.